Hello. I want to show off my most recent project, which has been kind of an iterative thing ever since I was given this dartboard for Christmas. And so when I first was putting up this dartboard, I realized, sometimes I miss the board. Sometimes my friends miss the board. It's all right. So we need some backer board to put around it. And at first we had these just black foam tiles up around, which just did not look good. So I used some leftover foam or some leftover felt from one of Caroline's projects. I made kind of this abstract design. And that was pretty neat. That worked well. Framed it up with this nice maple border that was, each of the segments was CNC machined. So that was pretty cool. And then recently I came across these addressable LED strips and the platform of WLED to control all of the animations. So that got me down the road of adding all of these addressable LEDs to the frame. I have around the dartboard this little diffuser track. It was a thin piece of aluminum that then holds kind of the diffuser material. Bent that into a circle so it could go around the dartboard, which is really nice. And then I could have, the two tracks. And then to control them is a small ESP32, prototyping board, and it's up in this box that was 3D printed. I added a button on one side to switch between presets and a switch on the other. So I can actually turn the whole thing off with that switch. And then when I turn it on, it flashes to initialize, but then just the dartboard light stays on right now. This was made by taking apart a small cheap flashlight so I could get the lens. And then the LED behind it is actually from a 5-volt spotlight that I bought off Amazon. So that snakes back through and just directly connects to the switch and to the 5-volt power. The power being supplied through this just very thin cable running down to an adapter. So that snakes up, feeds just the dartboard light. So if you want to, if you're a dart purist and you just want to play darts and not worry about lights, you can do that. And then with this button, we've got all of the presets. So the first one that comes on is just a nice white. We live in this basement apartment, so sometimes you just want more light. So the white is kind of nice. And then we go to the rainbow, which is very pretty, very classic for the addressable LED strips. And then we go to a sound reactive animation. This one's one of my favorites. So again, up in this enclosure, I've soldered on a small digital microphone. And I'm still playing around with the settings, but this is picking up, I think, anything louder than 6 decibels or something like that. And one of the really cool things about WLED is that I'm able to define segments, they call them. So this whole outer strip is one segment. The whole inner strip is a second segment. And even though the strip up here starts here and goes around, and this one starts here, I can actually set like what I want essentially the midpoint to be and mirror effects if I want them to be. So this one is being mirrored around both sides. So it goes up and down starting at the midpoint as opposed to other animations. So that's super cool. And the other cool thing about this is I can actually use other platforms. There's another platform called it's called LED FX, where I don't even need to use this microphone and I can still create sound reactive animations using these LED strips. So I've done that a little bit, which is really cool. It uses like the built-in microphone on a phone or computer. And I can have, say, this inner ring pulse to the bass of a song, and then the outer ring is reacting to like the midtones or the higher pitches of the song or the volume of the song. So you can get different things going with music. So that's been really cool. Except what do I have on this one? Oh, this one I like to put on at night. This is kind of just a little aurora borealis animation. I don't know. I just like that one. We've got fire. Nice little flickering red and orange. Oh, this one's super neat. This is the firework burst animation where it sends up fireworks and then explodes them. Strangely, it comes from both the top and the bottom, but still super cool. Let's see what's next. Oh, yes, a nice darts animation, the red and the green. I guess it's kind of Christmassy too. If you're really into the fire motif, you can have these flickering flames. This one's really cool. White at the bottom, and then it sends up sparks. And I can actually define the rate of the flickering, how many sparks are being emitted, the rate of cooling. This is a very cool animation. And then just lastly, some nice little flickering. Very pleasing. And then one more, and it comes off, and it resets back to the beginning. So this has been a very fun project. I really enjoy this type of, combination of mechanical design, electrical design, all for this functional and artistic output. So this has been very fun. Definitely will not become a product, very custom made, but still a joy to work on. All right. Bye.